Good morning, Asean. Freshen up your world, your thought, your idea with us every Monday to Friday from 7:30 to 8 a.m. I am Nirasha Malisaklamia.
And then we now it is Wednesday, the 31st of July. We will start today first, Nirasha, with the oil spill in Thailand, as thousands of volunteers and officials have been battling for more than 48 hours to move the crude oil that was swamped in God Summit's PHRAO beach, a mission that PTT Global Chemicals say should be completed today. The oil has been spreading in that area of the Gulf of Thailand after a PTTGC offshore platform sprung a leak on Saturday morning. Sirasa Kantana Ratakun, a Greenpeace campaigner who witnessed the cleanup operation at the beach yesterday, said the techniques used by PTTGC were acceptable, but the firm needed to launch recovery plans as soon as possible in order to mitigate the damage. PTTCG President Bawan Wong Sin Udom agreed, saying launching the mitigation plan immediately was necessary. As of yesterday morning, about 10 tons of crude oil had been removed from the beach and some areas were relatively clean. Seawater in some spots had even changed from black to light brown, which was seen as a positive sign. However, the cleanup operation was disrupted at around noon yesterday due to the heavy rain. PHRAO Beach, which is popular among divers thanks to the staghorn coral reefs, was hit by the leak at around 9 p.m. on Sunday. This accident does not just affect PTTGC, but also the local community and the entire country. Hence, we have decided to join the cleaning up mission and help our country, PTTGC staff, Surapon Chai Ya Hong said. The 50-year-old joined the cleanup operation from Sunday night. Apart from using pumps, buckets, and shovels to remove the oil, the volunteers also deployed 5 high-power sprays to wash the oil off the rocks yesterday. PTTGC is expected to transfer the tanks containing debris from the beach on several barges to its oil refinery. It will also hire a third-party agency to evaluate the damage done to the environment and marine ecosystem before drawing up a recovery plan.
Now let's have a look at the situation in Cambodia after the general election, as Cambodia's government on Tuesday rejected calls by the opposition for an international inquiry into allegations it used massive fraud to win re-elections and say that it wanted parliament to approve a new cabinet quickly. The United States and European Union expressed concern about irregularities in Sunday's election, but both say that an investigation should be conducted by Cambodian electoral authorities, failing to endorse the opposition's call for an inquiry involving the United Nations. The government announced on Sunday that the Cambodia People's Party, or CPP, of long-serving Prime Minister Hun Sen had won 68 seats in the 123-seat parliament, a sharp fall from its previous tally of 90. The opposition Cambodian National Rescue Party, or CNRP, nearly doubled its seat total to 55 in a major surprise at a setback for Hun Sen. CNRP leader Sam Rainsy said up to 1.3 million names had been missing from the electoral rolls and complained about lack of access to the media as well as intimidation on the campaign trail. Al Shbarid, Secretary of State at the Foreign Affairs Ministry, rejected such allegations at a news conference, and there was no proof of any missing names, according to him. He said that the opposition party should be asked to show clearly what evidence it has about the irregularities it alleges. The National Election Committee has already said to bring up evidence, and he also said that the people who say this don't just say that they can work together to solve things. Sean McIntosh, spokesman for the U.S. Embassy in Phnom Penh, told Reuters in an email that they're calling on the National Elections Committee to conduct a full and transparent investigation into all credible reports of irregularities. The European Union also expressed concern about shortcoming, as it said in a statement that the EU hopes that any dispute addressed to the National Election Committee and the established judicial mechanism will be dealt with fairly and swiftly. The NEC has not yet given the number of seats won by each party.
From Cambodia, let's take a look at Myanmar as the Japanese investments are expected to increase in Myanmar's manufacturing, transportation, and infotechnology industries. An official from the Directorate of Investment and Company Administration, or DICA, said that there is an influx of Japanese businessmen visiting their office for information, to open branch offices, and to make investments in Myanmar. Among them include machinery manufacturer Kubota Corp, Industrial and Engineering Corporation Hitachi Zosen, transport companies Nippon Express and Toyo Logistics. Meanwhile, Japanese automakers Toyota, Nissan, Honda, Suzuki, and Mitsubishi have opened service centers in Myanmar. Among them, Nissan is soon to open its first car showroom in the country's commercial city of Yangon. Japanese IT firms NTT Group, KDDI Corp, and NEC Corp are also planning to invest in Myanmar, market observers said. On the other hand, Myanmar needs to ensure steady and affordable electricity supply and improve transportation and information infrastructures to boost investments and the economy, Japanese businessmen said. Japan has invested over $65 million in Myanmar within the last 2 years. Its total investments reached $270.28 million at the end of June.
And in Myanmar Focus Daily today, we're going to have a look at Myanmar and its future. Kun Honorary Tangmisang has interviewed Zaw Zaw, Max Myanmar Group of Companies on Myanmar leading construction.
At Asia Driving the World conference held in Bangkok, top executives from countries around Asia shared their thoughts on opportunities and challenges for Asia in driving the world's economy. One of the business leaders joining the panel is Mr. Zaw Zaw, the chairman of Max Myanmar, a leading construction company from Myanmar. From Myanmar Focus Daily today, we exclusively speak to Mr. Zaw Zaw about the plan of bringing his company to compete in a more liberalized economy. Established in 1993, Max Myanmar Group of Companies is one of the leading conglomerates in Myanmar. Currently, the group has expanded into 8 different entities, namely petroleum, trading, construction, hotel and tourism, manufacturing, services, and banking. Some of the group's outstanding portfolio include the constructions of Cebu 3 and Saya 3 stadiums for the 2013 Southeast Asian Games to be held in Naypyidaw in December 2013, the constructions of Ayeyarwady Hotel Royal and Kumudra Hotel, the establishment of private bank Ayeyarwady Bank. Moreover, one of the most recent deals of the company is the launch of a 5-star hotel, Novotel Hotel Yangon, that is expected by the end of 2013 to cope with rising demand in hotel rooms in the country. Max Myanmar, through its subsidiary Max Energy, also operates over 20 petrol stations across Yangon, Mandalay, Naypyidaw, Ayeyarwady, and Bago, with a plan to open more stations soon. According to a report by the Associated Press, Max Myanmar revenues grew to $240 million in the year ended March the 31st of 2012, the latest full-year data available, up from $180 million a year earlier. Max Myanmar Group of Companies that seem to be well established in Myanmar market. However, with the influx of foreign investors, it could be a challenge for this local group.
Yeah, I really love to challenge. When the business you challenge is good for the consumer. So is the government have a liberalization changing to the democracy reform. Also, now Myanmar is the government. They trying to make the economic policy, also the investment policy that already come up for the foreigner. And then the business, you see that now we are talking about the Asia. I think so we have to be good together. And some we have to be partner, and some we have to be, is better governance in our company and to challenge. Even technology, if we don't have, maybe some we can combine together with the foreign investor. So what we want to see is we want to grow the Myanmar economy. That is our intention.
In preparation for more liberalized economy in Myanmar, the group has recently attempted to be listed in Singapore Stock Exchange. However, Singapore Exchange rejected the review of the group's application, citing the U.S. sanctions on the chairman Zaw Zaw due to the close ties with military, concerns of the company's human rights issues, and business record. For Myanmar mogul Zaw Zaw, this is not an issue.
Actually, this is the capital market. I want to go in. Country was closed for very long, and then now people have a lot of rumors, and so that our group had to show that it's our book and how we are transparent, how we have ability to manage the business. Actually, we trying to submit that. They rejected for that. It's not an issue for us.
Myanmar is also looking to establish its own stock exchange, with recent announcement to move up the deadline from 2015 to the end of this year. Local companies are likely to be listed first.
So I think it's good for the Myanmar entrepreneur and Myanmar businessman. That is a good start moving in, because some of our business unit also we going to be the public, and then rather than you do the public without listing or listing, I think the listing will be the better to raise the fund and to invest more, and you can create more jobs. Yeah.
One of the rising business units for Max Myanmar is banking, which is the Ayeyarwady Bank. Myanmar President Thein Sein in July passed a new central bank law that would allow the central bank to be an independent body governing private banks and adopt monetary policies of Myanmar. It is also reported that foreign banks may be allowed to form joint ventures and buy shares in local lenders. For a private local bank, such as the Ayeyarwady, it puts a focus on developing itself first.
We have to, grow ourselves first. What I believe is, I want to grow our banks together with the latest technology, together with the latest, banking, the knowledge. So we do it ourselves. But at the end, still we also have a lot of correspondent banking. But with the future, maybe we might think about the joint venture. Not at this moment.
With all the directions previously mentioned, the future of Max Myanmar lies in the hands of this man. In the wake of more open economy, he plans to lift up his empire to a global or at least regional playing field in the foreseeable future.
Well, this goal is actually we are very strong in the construction, also the financial sector, even in hotel. So it's the financial side what I'm looking, and hotel side, also in the construction. These three areas I'm looking on the region. Yeah.
In the next episode of Myanmar Focus Daily, Myanmar top tycoon Zaw Zaw shares his thought with us on the future of his country in the global arena. Aravee Tang Sang reporting for Myanmar Focus Daily.
The Philippines has lifted a ban to send workers to Iraq. Find out more after the break.
The Vietnam Food Association has sought more time to buy 1 million tons of rice for the temporary reserve, saying that the heavy rains in the Kulong Mekong Delta has prevented farmers from harvesting. The government has set a deadline on July 31st, and the association wants 2 more weeks. The program began on June 15, and food companies have managed to buy only 60 to 70% of their allotted quotas. They say that they cannot find enough paddy to buy rice, since the Delta harvest has been prevented by the rains. According to the Cultivation Department, around 700,000 ha out of the 1.68 million hectares of summer autumn rice are yet to be harvested. Rice prices in the domestic market has risen significantly in recent days. Currently, traders buy paddy at 5,600 to 5,700 Vietnamese dong per kilo for long grain varieties, and 5,300 to 5,400 Vietnamese dong for the IR of 50404, up around 500 Vietnamese dong from a month ago. Rice export prices have also gone up recently, according to the VFA, adding that the exporters have been selling 5% broken rice at the $405 a ton. The VFA has also raised the floor price for 25% broken rice by $10 a ton to $375. As of July 18, businesses had exported 3.73 million tons for a free on-board values of $1.6 billion. In a recent meeting, VFA Chairman Truong Tan Phong assured that the export situation would improve in the coming months and advised firms not to be in a rush to sell, however undercutting each other. With advantages like competitive prices and fresh rice, Vietnam has the opportunity to increase export, according to him.
The Philippines said it is lifting a 9-year ban on sending workers to Iraq, declaring the country mostly safe despite bouts of violence in years. Filipinos, except for household helpers who are mainly female, can now work in Iraq outside 4 no-go provinces still considered dangerous, said Hans Kakdak, head of the Labor Ministry's Overseas Employment Administration. He expects Filipinos to pour into the rebuilding of the country's oil and gas, construction, medical, and hotel industries. Kakdak told AFP, according to the Department of Foreign Affairs, the security situation is good enough to have overseas Filipino workers in Iraq. He said, but the workers will be advised to take the precautionary measures. He also said Filipina maids will still be barred from Iraq because there was no adequate protection in place for them. The Philippines banned its workers from going to Iraq after a Filipino truck driver was kidnapped by militants in 2004 in the wake of the U.S.-led invasion there. The driver was released unharmed after then-President Gloria Arroyo pulled out a Filipino contingent serving in the U.S.-led coalition. The no-go areas still considered too dangerous are the provinces of Anbar, Nineveh, Kirkuk, and Salahuddin, Kakak said. Despite the 9-year ban, industry analysts had estimated that as many as 10,000 Filipinos were working in Iraq illegally. Kakdak, however, said he knew of only about 700 workers there now. Iraqi officials have previously asked the Philippines to let its workers be deployed for the rehabilitation of Iraqi industries and facilities, the government agency said. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon warned on Monday that Iraq was on the brink, with the country suffering its worst wave of violence since 2008. More than 3,000 people have been killed so far this year. We'll look at a special report from the Star Malaysia on Brahim's airline catering in Sepang, which is also a caterer for Malaysian Airline. Let's take a look.
Airline food is not known to be exciting, but now Malaysia Airlines, together with their catering partner, Brahim's Airline Catering, are stepping things up, beginning with their signature nasi lemak.
MAS and also Brahim Airline Catering have been working on for the last 1 year actually to undertake an extensive research and development program where substantial effort and investment has been made by both parties to finally produce the nasi lemak that we think will be able to really deliver full satisfaction to our customers on board Malaysia Airlines flight.
Members of the media were given the opportunity to step into the highly sophisticated yet rarely footage kitchens of Brahim's. This is where Malaysia Airlines' food, such as their nasi lemak, is prepared. All nasi lemak are served with 2 sambals, the sambal ikan bilis and sambal udang. Here, the ikan bilis sambal simmers in a stainless steel vat till the spice flavours infuse and reduce to its desired consistency. The sambal udang receives a separate treatment, cooked in a huge cauldron where seasoning, spices and prawns are given enough room to mingle. Around 400 kilograms of sambal udang are cooked daily in 3 separate batches. The nasi lemak is then plated and packed, ready to be shipped to its designated flights. On board, the nasi lemak is plated, heated, then served. One of the challenges to serving nasi lemak is to ensure consistency. Brahim's solution is to prepare it right here at their airline catering kitchen in Sepang.
One of the key initiatives in this particular project is that Brahim Airline Catering will actually be leveraging on their high research and development program to mass produce a high quality and consistent sambal for our nasi lemak that we will distribute to all of our caterers worldwide to ensure the consistency and the quality of this nasi lemak.
The pati, the concentrate comes from here where we control recipes and so on. And this recipe is approved by Malaysian Airlines in terms of taste. Of course, we need to sign a contract with them in terms of non-disclosure to other airlines, just like the satay. So anyway, once we have got that ibu, the concentrate, and this is being sent to all the stations. So stations, whether coming up from Europe, any station and so on, we have got this, and they are instructed how to prepare this. Follow instructions, and you can get consistent nasi lemak all the time.
They also cook other foods from kurma chicken and their award-winning signature satay to everything else. The improved nasi lemak is served on all Malaysian Airlines flights out of Kuala Lumpur and will be served on all international flights by year-end.
And that's it, the time we have for today. See you again, same time, same place, same channel.
Thank you so much for watching. As I'm Minatung Prasit.
And I am Nirasha Malisaklami. Swadee ka.
Swadee ka.